this interim women's world championship.
I
Yeah,
forgot it's an interim.
interim women's world title. Toni Storm versus Jamie Hayter, who's gotten a lot of buzz. Everybody wants to be a hater. Uh, but
Whoop-de-doo.
here's the problem with this. What I can't get I can get my head wrapped around it, but I can't get over it is the fact that it's still the interim world title.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's
Like,
been 2 months.
and I don't think Thunder
Like,
Rose is coming back. Like, I heard she's on bad terms with some people backstage. Like,
oh, her and Britt
yeah,
legitimately
so
don't like each
like,
other.
if you're not gonna bring Thunder Rosa back, you should take this interim thing off of her. Unless,
Well, I don't. Actually, I don't know how long it takes, like UFC, to actually have an interim versus the actual heavyweight actual champion. I think if they're in the contract, they still make it an interim and a legit one until the fighter comes back. But, yeah, this is wrestling though. They should just strip
yeah,
her.
especially you have no plans.
Like I don't mind the interim title if it's only like for a few weeks in wrestling. Like if it's part of a storyline. Like AEW's problem is too much real shit that becomes a storyline. And it's just like I don't care for the real drama. I like fake drama in wrestling. I don't know, like I like hearing about the real drama, but not seeing it on TV and like so in my face. It's
Like
weird.
here's the thing. Like, so let's say the interim, like the concept of the interim world championship and that storyline is actually a really cool thing, and I think it worked very very well when they did it with the world title because there, like you said, there wasn't that much time in between before they combined them again.
Yeah, and Punk was only out for
Exactly, there wasn't
like a
that much
month or
time in
two.
between.
It was now for that long. Like there was an actual timetable
Yeah,
for his return. Thunder Rose was like if Thunder Rose had knee surgery, I don't know if it's I think
which
it's
is
her
bad.
neck or whatever. But like if she had like knee surgery and she's out for a year, you just strip her the title. Like imagine if they made Asuka interim Raw Women's Champion because she was pregnant.
And then then you can do a whole lineage of the interim Raw Women's title.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
ridiculous. So if Toni Storm drops the
it
interim
doesn't mean
title,
anything.
does that mean
Yeah.
Jamie Hayter? Does that mean Jamie Hayter is the interim title? That's another thing in UFC. If you're the interim title holder, you don't. I don't think you fight. I don't think you defend the interim title until you
Yeah,
fight
because
the
they have to do a
actual title holder.
unification.
And
Yeah,
do a
it's usually two
unification.
people fight for the
So
interim.
you don't defend interim titles.
Yeah, because it's usually two people fight for the interim championship in lieu of a champion being there,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
the interim champion faces the champion when the champion's ready to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When a champion's healthy.
yeah, it's
God.
weird because like there's no time frame for it. So interim where it's like so for instance like
Tony, I
that
wrestle
is
on Dark Storm. Facts, bro. It's
here's also the
facts.
issue with it as well. Like WWE has had interim champions before, but they never called it the interim championship, and I think that's what's fucking over AEW is that it's actually called the interim title. So, for instance, remember when you had the Shawn HBK and Razor, which leads to the ladder match, see who's the real Intercontinental Champion? Yeah.
Oh, I
There
see
was
that.
never an
Yeah.
interim hold on it. He was like, I'm the real champion. Shawn was like, I'm the real champion.
He's like,
Yeah.
fuck you. You're the interim
Yeah.
champion. W wasn't like, actually, no. He's the interim champion. No, that's to your point though. That's a great point, and that's like I remember when Moxley had the interim title from Punk. That's something we said. Like, if Punk comes out and says, "I'm the real champion," it's brilliant. If it doesn't, it's just kind of stupid.
And it's like it's a Punk storyline with John Cena from when he got over like Rover.
Yeah, I mean, that one should have been
That should
actually
have
held
been
a few
long.
more
That
weeks,
should have
but
been
yes,
so much longer. Yeah, but they still never used
yeah,
the interim
yeah.
title thing. Like,
They never used
yeah,
the word interim, right? Like you can have the interim title, just use it as to get heat on the
correct.
champion, or to get heat on the heel who has the interim
Yes,
title. Yeah, you're 1,000% correct. It's just like, guys, it's wrestling.
yeah,
Muck
and
it up
like
a little
what
bit.
like this does nothing for Toni Storm. One, if she loses. Two, even if she wins and then Thunder Rosa comes back and she loses, does Toni Storm's reign as champion count? Does Jamie Hayter's reign as champion count if they don't actually win the real title?
That's another great question.
You know?
I think it has
For
to
what
count.
though? I was the interim. Like, do you put an asterisk in the record book? Like, what do you do?
I honestly, I should call Jared and see what that works for UFC. Like, if you win an interim title, are you considered if you win an interim title and then win a unification, are you a two-time
Yeah,
heavyweight
like,
champion?
do you like where do they fit in like the lineage of that title?
Yeah, where they fit in a lineage, and where does it fit in your
Yeah.
career accolades? So like if you win, like say you win an interim title, like an
Yeah.
interim welterweight champion, you lose unification match. A year and a half later, you win the welterweight championship from someone else.
Are
Are you
you
a
just a
two-time
one-time
champion?
champion?
Or you're a one-time champion and a one-time
Yeah.
interim champion?
I don't know.
I don't know either, but I kind
I'm
of want
very
to find
interested.
out. We need to talk some MMA. Like, hey, Bobby Lashley,
Well, Charles,
riddle me
no, Charles is a
this.
big UFC guy. Even though we won't talk about Izzy getting knocked out because that was shocking.
Oh, Asanya,
No,
like,
no,
like
no,
a
no,
15-year
no,
old.
no, no, no. Adesanya.
Oh, Asanya, yeah,
Yeah,
fifth round too.
crazy. That left, man. That left. So anyway, we got to pick a winner. I'll just go Tony. Yeah.
Toni
I think
Storm,
Jamie's
cool.
going to get a good pop
Who
because she's
cares?
Hayter and everybody loves Jamie Hayter, and she's finally getting out of the getting out of a shadow of Britt Baker DMD. But
It's an
oh, it is
asterisk.
an
Okay,
asterisk. Okay. Okay, so they can be
fair.
in the
Honestly,
lineage and
fair.
they'll just be asterisk interim champion, and so people will make their own distinction. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think Jamie Hayter's coming to her own, getting out of like I said the shadow of Britt Baker DMD. But I think Tony wins this.
Is she AEW's Liv Morgan or is she
Hayter?
better?
I think
Yeah.
she's better at the moment. I think she's better at the moment. Although I'm big on Liv Morgan post title loss.
I am as well. Not gonna lie. Liv is like, oh, finally, I can have
Yeah.
character.
She reminds me of you've never seen Archer, have you? Okay,
No,
yeah.
we
She
had this
reminds
conversation
me of
3 weeks
Cheryl
ago.
Tunt from Archer, Liv Morgan these days.
I know this dude. Liv Morgan is just instantly more sexy. She has a lot more sex
Yeah, when
appeal.
she's like, hit me! I'm like, all right.
Yes, ma'am.
But yeah, Tony Storm wins this, I think. Jamie Hayter does a good showing, but she's not ready to win even an interim title.